There's a primal pull deep inside all of us. It whispers, and it grows louder when the city noise fades. It asks, what if you could truly be free? What if your life was powered not by a distant grid, but by your own hands and the sun above? This is the dream of off-grid living, and it's more than just about escaping the hustle. It's about reclaiming the fundamental part of who we are. It's about standing on your own patch of earth, breathing clean air, and knowing you have what it takes to provide for you and your family. The idea is simple. The journey is the ultimate adventure. The dream isn't about running away from the world. It's about running toward a more authentic version of yourself. Imagine waking up to the sound of birds instead of sirens. Your first task is not checking your emails, but checking your rainwater collector and tending to your vegetable garden. Each day presents a new challenge, a new puzzle to solve. This lifestyle forces you to be more resourceful, innovative, and connected to the rhythms of nature. It provides a powerful feeling knowing your survival and the comfort depends on your skills and ingenuity. It builds quiet confidence that no desk job could ever could. The promise of self-sufficiency is what draws many to this path. It's the ultimate expression of independence. In a world where we rely on complex, fragile systems for everything from our food to our electricity, being self-reliant is a superpower. You learn to generate your own power with solar panels, find and purify your own water, and ultimately grow your own food. This connection to the source of your sustenance is incredibly grounding. You begin to understand the true value of resources when you are the one responsible for managing them. It's a life lived with intention. Every action is direct and meaningful. Let's be clear, this is not a romantic movie scene that runs its own. It's a deliberate choice to trade convenience for control. The freedom you gain is earned through hard work and consistent learning. The journey begins with finding the perfect piece of land, a place that speaks to your spirit and offers the resources that you need to thrive. This land becomes your partner, your provider, and the foundation for your new life. It is a canvas on which you will paint your masterpiece of self-sufficiency. The path requires courage, but the reward of life, unparalleled freedom, and profound connection awaits. Living off-grid delivers an incredible benefit that ripples through every aspect of your life. Let's start with your health. The city bombards you with constant stress, pollution, and processed food. Out here, the script is flipped. Your body and your mind begin to heal. You're physically active every day, not because you have a gym membership, but because there are fences to mend, wood to chop, and gardens to weed. You breathe clean, crisp air. You eat fresh, organic food you grew yourself, free from pesticides and long-distance transport. This connection to your food source is transformative and deeply nourishing. The financial advantages are just compelling, though they require long-term perspective. Once you overcome the initial setup, your monthly bills shrink to almost nothing. A life with no electricity bill, no water bill, no mortgage payment. The financial freedom liberating. Instead of working to pay for utilities, you're working to improve your homestead and your future. Money saved can be redirected towards strengthening your self-sufficiency, expanding your land, or simply enjoying peace of mind that comes from being debt-free. It's a shift that's powerful from consumer to producer. The lifestyle forges a resilience you never knew you had when you're off-grid. It isn't just a call repairman when something breaks. You become electrician, plumber, mechanic, and the farmer. You learn to diagnose problems, find creative solutions, and trust your instinct. Each challenge you overcome builds your confidence, expands your skill set. It isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. You develop a deep-seated grit and can-do attitude that serves you in every aspect of your life. You learn you are far more capable than you ever imagined. Ultimately, off-grid living fosters a life of intention. You are no longer a passive participant in a system. You are an active creator of your world. Every choice, from how you manage your waste to how you spend your time, is deliberate. This mindfulness leads to a deeper appreciation of the simple things: a warm fire, a rainstorm that fills your water tank, a beautiful sunset. You become more attuned to the seasons in nature and the world around you. This brings an intentional peace and purpose that's often missing in modern society. Of course, the path is not without its trials. The challenge is real, and they will test your resolve. The first major hurdle is the sheer volume of skills you need to learn. In a city, we outsource everything. Off grid, you are the expert. You learn basic construction, how to manage solar power systems, how to purify water, how to grow and preserve food, even how to provide basic first aid. It will feel overwhelming at first, like drinking from a fire hose, but the learning curve is steep and mistakes can have real consequences, so you must be patient and a dedicated student. Then there is the challenge of isolation. We are social creatures by nature, and solitude of off-grid living can be a double-edged sword. While the peace and quiet are a blessing, the lack of easy social interaction in YouTube and Facebook and TikTok can be tough. You can't just walk down the street for a coffee shop or meet friends and dinner on a whim. Building a community requires a deliberate effort. You have to seek out like-minded neighbors and plan your social outings carefully. You become comfortable with your own company in long stretches. Loneliness is a real risk, but you must have strategies to combat it and stay connected. Technology and modern convenience are another area where you will have to adapt. Forget about unlimited high-speed internet and endless streams of hot water. Off-grid is about managing finite resources. You learn to live with less. The power comes from batteries that needs to be charged by the sun. So you will be acutely aware of the energy consumption. You monitor your water levels and use every drop wisely. This forces you to be mindful, but it also can be frustrating when you just want to take a long, hot shower and binge watch a show on a rainy day. Finally, the initial startup can be a significant barrier to all. While you save money in the long run, getting started requires a substantial amount of investment. You need to buy the land, which you can get from ancestry lands, purchase and install a solar power system, figure out how your water source will be, and build and set up your home. These expenses can add up quickly, and it's not a cheap dream to chase. It does require careful and financial planning and budgeting. You have to be prepared to invest your time, energy, and money up front, building the foundation for your future freedom. Living this life has taught me one surprising lesson. One of the cleverest tricks is to think in terms of dual-purpose systems. For example, a greenhouse doesn't just have to grow food in the winter. You can build it against your house, and it also can provide passive solar heating, warming your home for free. You need to think in dual uses. Another insight is the power of bartering. Your community asset is your greatest asset. You trade eggs for chickens, for helping a fence be built. Swap your mechanical skills for someone else's medical knowledge. This builds strong bonds and creates a resilient, independent network that money can't buy and government cannot control. The debate between the dream and the reality of off-grid living always exists. On one hand, you have unparalleled freedom, deconnection in nature, and satisfaction of total self-reliance. On the other hand, you face intense labor, potential loneliness, and the constant pressure of your own safety net. There are days you'll feel on top of the world watching the sunrise over your own land, and there'll be others where you're a busted water pipe in freezing weather that makes you question every decision. The key is to embrace both sides. The triumph will be sweet if the struggle is overcome. The lifestyle is more than just a personal benefit. It's about building something that lasts. Owning land is one of the most powerful ways to generate generational wealth. It's a tangible asset that can be passed down to your children and grandchildren alike. This place is not just to build a home, it's to build a legacy. By teaching your family the skills of self-sufficiency, you are giving them the ultimate gift, the knowledge, the confidence to be secure and independent no matter what the future holds or who's in office. It empowers them to be creators, not consumers, to understand their place in the natural world. The journey to self-sufficiency begins with one single step, starting with buying land from ancestry lands and calling it your own. The foundation upon which you build your dreams, your future, your freedom, your family's future is at stake. The powerful move towards a resilient and more meaningful life. Ancestry Lands is promoting generational wealth through land ownership and financial awareness to empower people everywhere. Subscribe, like, and follow Ancestry Lands for more content that helps you build your legacy through land. Now go to Ancestry Lands and go get some land. Own land before you're owned.
Hi everyone, you can contact our office today to get your first purchase of vacant land with no credit check and no long paperwork process by contacting Ancestry Lands today.